Hi guys, Danny here, and welcome to part 9 of my mod review of Rotarycraft by Reika. In this part, I'll be going over all of the tool items. So, without delay, let's get started. First we have the wine spring. The wine spring is used to store mechanical energy. Think of it as a portable battery. And all you need to do is put it inside a coil winder, give it some power, and then it'll store the power. And then you can put the wine spring inside another coil winder or the same coil winder if you want. Put it to output mode and it will release all of the energy it has stored. You also have the high strength spring, which is just a stronger variety of the wine spring, and you make it with this recipe. And as you can see here, they require 16 times as much torque to achieve the same charge, but you can supply far more power when unwound in a coil winder. For example, as you can see here, I have a coil winder there connected to an industrial coil, and in here I have it on input mode, and the wine spring has 79 kilojoules of energy. So when I flick this switch, you can see that the amount of energy stored within the wine spring is going up. All I need to do is press this button and it goes into output mode, and in the output mode you can see that it slowly releases the energy. And if there was an item or a machine that was going to use the energy, it would be powered up. For example, the smoke detector. But let me just put this back into the input mode and we can see it's charging. Flick this lever, stop charging, flick this lever again. We can see that the coil appears on the coil winder, and when I take it out, it doesn't. Put it inside again, and it's charging. Next we have the ultrasound. As you can see here, the ultrasound sends high frequency noises, and you can use it to detect nearby pockets of low density or detect silverfish. And if I go here, take out the ultrasound, and as you can see I have blocks here. All I need to do is right click. Oops, sorry, wrong one. All I need to do is right click. There you go, it says ore detected, silverfish detected. Now let's see which is which. That is the silverfish, which it detected through the cobble, and that's the ore. So you can see how far it actually reaches. I right click there, it detects both of those two blocks behind it. Let's see, if I go somewhere higher, maybe there. Let's see if it can still detect the ores or the silverfish. It cannot. Let me just go one block lower, and it still can't. And there you go. From this high, it can actually detect the ore. It says cave detected. That's just because it notices the air blocks and it thinks it's in a cave. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. From 3 blocks away, so. And there you go. That is the ultrasound. And next we have the motion tracker. The motion tracker emits a sonar and a radar pulse, and you can use it to detect any creatures and evaluate their distance and speed, even through walls. So let me just go take the motion tracker and a spawn egg, and let's see, all I need to do is right click and it will tell me if there are monsters surrounding me. Now, because there are no monsters surrounding me right now, I can't detect anything. But if I were to spawn a spider there, you can see on my bottom left hand corner, you can see it tells me that there's a spider a certain distance away from me. And there you go, the max limit for me is 31 meters. And as I come closer, it tells me how close I am. Now if I was, there are various spiders like so, it would tell me the distance from how many of them I click through, I guess. Let's see, those spiders are in a line, and when I click I can see the distance from both of them. So yeah, that is the motion tracker. Next we have the vacuum. As you can see here, the vacuum is essentially a handheld version of the item vacuum machine, which I showed in one of my previous parts. If you right click with the vacuum in your hand, you can draw items and XP towards you. And if you shift right click on a storage block, you can use to empty it all at once. So if I go here and take all these things and drop these items on the ground beside me, like so, I can use the item vacuum. There, as you can see there, I have the XP. If I just right click, I can see it's being drawn towards me. I can also see that the items are being drawn towards me. And if I hold the right click for enough time, let's see, the max distance is this much. There you go. You can see the items are being drawn towards me. And there you go. Now I have it in my inventory. Now if I just go here and empty the things that I picked up, and shift right click on the chest with all the items, there you go. We can see that all the items were thrown out of the chest, and now I can just hold right click and they'll all come towards me like so. And yeah, that is the vacuum. Next we have the Knockback Gun. The Knockback Gun deals no direct damage, but it is used to send mobs flying backwards, and you can also use it to blast away things like gravel, leaves, and ores. So if I just go here, take the Knockback Gun, if I spawn some spiders, I can simply do that. All I'm doing now is right clicking, and we can see that the mob is blasted backwards. I can also use it to juggle it indefinitely if I do it properly. Okay, but yeah, if I wanted, I could also shift right click, which sends out a powerful sonic blast, and like it said in the book, it breaks away loose material like sand. It also breaks down gravel. If you see now, I'm right clicking, nothing happens, but if I shift right click, breaks everything down. Same with the leaves, shift right click. And ores as well. It will break down all interconnected ores. Shift right click, like so. And yeah, that is the Knockback Gun. I don't know if you noticed, but all of the machines that I used so far, they have a certain amount of energy, but besides the name, as you can see, this says 23,000, and if I use it in any way, we can see the amount of energy inside of it go down. And if I wanted to charge it, or any of the other tools that I'm going to show later on, all I need to do is get a wine spring and go to one of these guys, the work table, and just take the wine spring and the tool, as you can see, 23815, like so. And there you go. The Knockback Gun was charged and the energy was drained from the wine spring. And that's how you charge all of the items. Next we have a very powerful weapon, the gravel gun. The gravel gun uses gravel as its ammo, and it shoots pieces of flint at high speeds at its targets. The higher the charge level of the gravel gun, the higher the damage. All I need to do is go here, take the gravel gun, some gravel, spawn some spiders. Let's see how much energy I have. And as you can see there, with 23,000 kilojoules of energy, I deal 111.5 hearts of damage per shot, which is a lot. Boom, 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 boom. I feel like I'm sniping these guys from very close range. Pretty much that. And if I use up the energy, I can simply recharge it like I showed. And let's see how this does against something a lot stronger, like the Wither. So to test out its strength, I'm just spawning a Wither. I am in creative mode, so I do get, you know, a very unfair advantage, but I'm just trying to show the damage here, not really fight the Wither, honestly. And there you go. The Wither's dead with 2 shots, was it? So yeah, very simple to kill any mob if you have enough charge. That was way too simple. Let's see. Let the Wither gain all its health. Then explode. All I need to do is shoot it once, shoot it twice, and that's it. And that was with 111.5 hearts of damage, when I have it charged with 23,000 kilojoules. So yeah, that is the insanely powerful gravel gun. And next we have the fireball launcher. The fireball launcher does exactly what it says. It launches fireballs, just like the Ghast. You can charge it up like the bow to a maximum power, which would be dark blue, and higher charge levels means more powerful explosions, up to twice that of a TNT blasts. And finally, the tool requires fire charges as ammunitions. So if I go here, take the fireball launcher, I won't need the fire charges because I'm in creative, but I'll just use the hole so I don't create more. Boom. And if I hold right click, you can see it changing color. There you go, it's blue now. No, it's blue now. This explosion is going to be insane, I think. Oh wow. Why is everything in Rotarycraft so destructive? Oh god, I just realized I destroyed my landscape again. Anyways, that was the fireball launcher. And next we have 3 very simple items, which is the Handout crafting tool, which you use to craft items, and you don't have to place it down, you can use it directly from your hand. The night vision goggles, which, as the name suggests, you can use to see in the dark. You can also combine it with the helmet to give you a helmet with the night vision effect, so you can actually have armor and get the effect. And then there's the I/O goggles, where you can see the input-output of any machines at all times. So let me show those things at work. First, the Handout crafting tool. I have it in my hand, I right click, and now I can craft. It's just that simple. And next, the night vision goggles. As you can see, I have the night vision effect. I make it night, and I can still see. Take the glasses off, and now I can't. Put them back on, and now I can. Take them off, and now I can't. Put on the helmet, and I can again. And I actually get armor as well, which you can't see right now because I'm in creative. But if I press R, you can see that it's just made with the diamond helmet and night vision goggles. You can make it in a work table or just normal crafting. And finally, the I/O goggles. Let me just make it noon again. With this, you can see the input and the output of any item, machine from Rotarycraft at all times. As you can see, it's like I'm continuously right-clicking with the transvector, but only to see the input and the output. I can't see anything else, just the green box and the red box, but even that is very helpful if you don't want to keep clicking on something. So yeah, that is the I/O goggles. And next we have another very simple item, the Canon key. With the Canon key you can configure Canon type machines like the railgun. If the owner right clicks on the machine with the key, you can edit players into your whitelist. Any players inside the whitelist will not be affected by the cannons. And if you watch my videos with these machines, you can see why it's so important to put them in the whitelist. In fact, if this railgun had any ammo right now, and I was standing right here, I would be shot. And even though I am the person who put down the railgun, I would still be killed. So all I need is the Canon key right there. If I right click, we get the whitelist. And if I was on a server, I could add people inside of it, and the people who were on the whitelist would not be killed right away. And next we have the Ethanol Minecart. It is essentially a minecart that runs on ethanol, and it is very fast. All I need to do is get the minecart, get some ethanol crystals, put it down, get the crystals. There you go. Now, minecart is so fast that it has difficulty turning, so there's a really big chance that we will just come off tracks. But still, if it was like a straight path or something, or you know, it could still work as well. It all depends on how fast it's going. Let's see, one more time. Oh. But, where was I? Here, I think? There you go. It's so fast, it's almost teleporting. But it came off the rails just here. So yeah, it depends on the speed. And next we have another very handy item, the spring-powered pump. This is essentially just a pump that you can hold in your hand. And all you need to do is charge it, like a lot of the tools I've showed so far. And this does have some power, 23,987 kilojoules. I right click and we can see that the water was sucked up. And if I right click again in this tank, we can see that all the water that I sucked up is placed inside of the tank. I don't even know how much water I took up with the pump, but if I just right click, there we go. Like so. So yeah, you don't need buckets anymore because this item is very handy. And last but not least, we have the spring boots. The spring boots give you certain buffs which allows you to jump higher and run faster. They also double as shock absorbers, which will reduce your fall damage. There's two kinds. There's the normal spring boots, and then there's the bedrock spring boots, which you just make using the spring boots and bedrock boots. In this chest I have both of them. You need to charge them first, obviously. And if I just put on the spring boots, as you can see the buffs from my screen, I can jump higher and run faster. And if I was in survival or adventure, my fall damage would be lowered. I could also put on the bedrock spring boots. And like I said before, all of the bedrock items, all of the bedrock armors have infinite durability, so you can use them forever. And the effects are greater because the boots have a natural feather falling effect. So the fall damage is dampened even more and the effects are therefore amplified. So yeah, that is the spring boots. And with that I've covered everything in Rotarycraft. And by everything I mean everything. Except for the last bit, but those are just the resource items and I've covered them individually in the different parts. I've also reached 50 subscribers. So thank you guys for that. It may not seem like much, but for someone who's just starting out, that is actually a lot. So yeah, thanks for watching, and like always, if you liked the video, please leave a like or subscribe for more Minecraft videos. And thanks for watching.